You know what you just don't find much of anymore, and that's a good quality pig squeal. And I mean, the cattle decap has had, the crown for such a long time of most impressive pig squealing. But that was now listen, here's the deal. You couple the pig squeal with the flanger effect towards the end of the song, you get a pig squeal and a flanger in one tune. You're blessed, my friend. Pig squeal, ambivalence there. So really, in all honesty, aside from the comedy part of it, more bands need to try and do stuff like this. There was a interlude, a slow part. There were tempo changes. It wasn't just the whole time. It was good. It had movements. It had the horrifying emotions of being trapped in a cage and thrown raw meat to eat. But I would wear that. It was good. It was thought out. It wasn't just anyway. So yeah, man, cool. I like it. I would wear it. Welcome to Soundcheck. My name is Moose, coming to you from the Moose Pit Studios here in Oklahoma City. This is a show where we listen to music and we talk about it. We discuss it. Actually, I talk about it, and then I give you the opportunity for you to talk about it by texting in 424-666-7356. You can text that number anytime, 24 hours a day. Don't worry, it's not going to wake us up. It's a business line. You can call it. I prefer text. Text are better. You can send a picture if you want to. Tacos. We're a big fan of tacos around here. So if you want to take a picture of, doesn't have to be your taco, but a taco, a good taco stand, taco truck, anything to do with tacos. We're cool with that. Coming up next is a band called the Barbed Wire Dolls. I've played them before on the Moose, but I don't remember if I liked them or not. So, we're going to find out. So, as for ambivalence, yeah, man, I would damn sure wear the shirt. I'll take one, please. XXX if you have it, because once a shirt shrinks, it looks like saran wrap on me. That's not even a joke. Yeah, so coming up right now on Soundcheck, the Barbed Wire Dolls. It's a catchy little name. We'll see what they can pull off. I mean, I didn't mean that like that. I mean, maybe it's, who knows?
I'm rich This is Dave from Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to The Moose.
So, I'm usually a big proponent of key changes. And I really liked the song itself. And the chorus has got some good emotion in it. There are good pieces of melody thrown in here and there. I like some of the ideas you guys were trying with just the bass thing. It was super choppy. It was part of my problem with it. It wasn't fluid at all to me. It was super choppy. Up until the first initial key change, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. Then the key change hit, and then the vocals got a little strained to me. And then going from the verse into the bridge, that key change is pretty good, but going back out of it, going back down again, it was choppy. I like the song. I think there's some good ideas and some good things going there. The execution wasn't real great for me. It was kind of bar bandish. If you guys listen to the show, I feel like I was listening to a band at a bar. And so I hate to say this, but it's true. You're going to get only so much attention by being a good looking chick playing rock and roll. You're going to have to really write good songs, and you're going to have a great performance behind you, not just yourself, but the band itself. So, I think that there's some opportunity there for good things to happen, but that to me was a little, come see the Barbed Wire Dolls at Murphy's this Saturday kind of thing, not the Barbed Wire Dolls on tour with Joan Jett, which is, anyways, it's okay, kind of bar bandish. Not sure if I'd wear the shirt or not. I think you got a good stuff going, but it's you're not there yet, man. Just from my opinion. My name is Moose. This is Soundcheck. Hope you guys are having a good time. We're going to talk about songs. I'm going to pick my favorite band on the show. You can pick yours if you want to, and text in and let me know. 424-666-7356. Yeah, man, we get a lot of texts all the time. Matter of fact, it's crazy, and I answer every one of them. That's why I think that my pointer finger on my right hand is completely numb. It doesn't even work anymore. So we dig people getting involved. It's fun. So coming up next, we get a band called Behind the Sun with a song called Pangea, which I'm just a sucker for anything named Pangea because Pangea is so interesting to me. If you're a kid out there and you don't know what Pangea means, Google it. It's very interesting. Behind it, I want to say it sounds like an instrumental kind of smart people music. Behind the Sun, Pangea. Anyway, so I don't know. I have no idea, but I guess it's part of the fun of the show. I have no idea what to expect, but it's a good name and Pangea, great title for a tune or an album or just anything. Somebody should name a child Pangea. That would be really cool. It'd blow people's minds. Here we go.
The Moose, Rocks, Colorado.
Dave from Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to The Moose.
Wow. So Behind the Sun, first and foremost, kudos, mega kudos. Very good, well thought out, good parts, well executed, nice riff. It was a story. I felt like I was being told something. There was a good emotion behind it. That to me is a really well crafted piece of music, and I truly appreciate that, because there's a lot of just thrown together garbage out there in the world today. But so I like it, and I totally would be proud to say that I am a fan of Behind the Sun. I would tell people you should check out this band. So a couple challenges for you real quick. Number one is that you're dealing with a limited audience, because that 7-minute, epic thing you just threw down on us is only going to translate to a small number of people, because it's just too much for them to deal with. It's kind of a prog death kind of thing, which is really interesting, but it's hard for a lot of people to process what's going on there. So the two things that I would suggest are, number one, it's very difficult to write a full entire album as a collective that stays interesting all the way through on that. And a really good way, a tool to learn how to do that. I know this is going to sound crazy. You're going to be like, what? But write a 4-minute song. Write a 4-minute song and keep it as interesting. And then see if you can do numerous 4-minute songs that are interesting with different licks and different tones and different stories. And then maybe, combine them as, you have 3 or 4 to 5 minute tunes, and you get a big long 12-minute doozy in there, because it's hard to keep people interested that long. But I would stay interested in it. Don't get me wrong. But the other thing is, use just throwing this out there somewhere, throw in a super bright, sparkly clean, just for an interlude, maybe even for just a single chord, maybe an F, out of nowhere, just bring it'll be brilliant. Anyway, that's just me. I don't know. That's my thought. Anyway, so coming up next on the Soundcheck here with Moose from the Moose Pit Studios in Oklahoma City, a band called Coldborn. Never heard them either, but man, a lot of people are talking about them, so I'm kind of excited to hear what we're going here. The Call of Death's Clarion. I'm gonna go atmospheric. I don't know if I want to say doom or atmospheric black. Maybe atmospheric black metal. Yeah. When you use the word clarion, it makes it hard to choose, but I'm going to go atmospheric black metal. Yep. Well, Coldborn there with fixing the plumbing in Satan's bathroom. Black metal, atmospheric, very lots of drips of water and weird reverse clock noises. Lots of. Yeah, I guess the biggest piece of advice I could give to that band is if you could maybe make your songs a little bit longer, give us some more stuff to ponder while we listen to it. It was a little on the short side for me, and it wasn't quite long enough to take a nap during that song and wake up and it still be going. Okay. It was okay. It was, a little lengthy for me personally. I mean, I think we kind of got the point when we heard, it was okay. I don't find it overly interesting. I think it was too much experimentation, weird stuff going on for me. I don't know. It was moderate. I mean, I wouldn't not wear the shirt, but I don't know that I'm going to tell my black metal friends, hey, man, have you heard the cold boards now where they sound like they're doing plumbing in hell? That one? I don't know. Probably not. It's okay. It's all right. Coming up next is a band called Dead Earth Politics, which I think is an awesome name. And I'm sure that I played them on the Moose, but I don't remember the listening to them either. So just to be honest with you, we're going to hear it again for the very first time, kind of something like that. We're going to tell you what we think of it, but I love the name. The song is called The Moby, which I don't know if that's about a whale or some sort of small wheeled vehicle. Moby, like Moby Dick, right? Okay, yeah. One of these days I'm going to figure out that telling comical things on the radio show that only I would get or find funny, it should stop. Somebody just let me know to stop. Anyway, so hope you guys are having a good time. There's a ton more metal to go. We're only 40 minutes into the show. We get a long way. I did have somebody ask me, and I think I mentioned this a few shows back about shirts. I don't have any Soundcheck shirts. I haven't made any. Maybe I will at some point. I have Metal Moose t-shirts if you want those. I got a bunch of them. Just hit me up on Facebook or something, Messenger, and I'll make sure and give you the info on how to get one and all that good stuff too. And don't worry, guys, I'm working on the pictures of me and all of the band shirts that I'm getting in the mail, which are awesome. So we'll get those out eventually someday. I don't know. Get a bunch of kids. It's a busy life, man. So yeah, anyway, Death Earth Politics, Soundcheck. Make sure and email moose@themetalmoose.com or send us a text at 424-666-7356. Yes, that's a real number, and you can really text it, I promise. A lot of people do. Go ahead and join in. Get involved. It's fun. Dead Earth Politics on Soundcheck. Coming up. Here we go. Yeah, so Dead Earth Politics here on Soundcheck with the Moose here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So, wow, really, you know what? It was kind of like listening to, like an unreleased Priest B-side Japanese Korean version. I don't know, something very rare. Really good Priest influence, just metal. There was nothing flashy or extreme. It was just straight in your face, like Priest style, modern Priest-esque kind of. Wow, really good. I would certainly wear that shirt. That's one of the kind of bands when somebody says to me, you know, what's like a good, you know, standard metal sound? Check this out. Really impressive. I liked it a lot. We need more of that kind of stuff, man. Anyway, so I would certainly wear the shirt. Really damn good. I will probably go back and listen to more of that. See if they can pull it off on more than one track. You know, that's something I'd like to do on occasion. But yeah, man, super good. Really good. I mean, it's above bar band. I don't know if it's quite national level yet, but it was, I would damn sure go see them live if they came through. Coming up next is a band called Epidemic with a song called Rotting in Plain Sight. So let me just go ahead and tell you right now, it's going to be death metal. Probably going to be, you know, Cookie Monster kind of death metal. But sometimes bands can pull that off with an incredible amount of talent and skill, and you like it. And then sometimes you go, hey, I've heard this 7,000 times before. So yeah, we'll find out which one it is, because don't get me wrong, I love me some Nile and some Dying Fetus, and you know, I love death metal, but sometimes you're just like, okay, why are you even trying to mess with something that's been refined to such perfection? Anyway, I don't know. We're gonna check it out. Epidemic. I hope I'm not sounding negative. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, so you got to be talented to pull it off. We'll see. Because I sure the hell couldn't. There's no way. Here we go. Epidemic coming up right now.
Get loose with the Moose.
Very, very, very interesting. Man, it's kind of like Venom does, like the Dead Kennedys kind of a thing there. Interesting, production-wise. Very, very Welcome to Hell, black metal-esque. I love the chanty, choppy vocal, like like I said, Dead Kennedy kind of. It was like I could see guys in corpse paint skanking. It was interesting. I might wear the shirt just because of the different take. I mean, that was kind of a fun little mixture there. Kind of bizarre and disturbing in a good way. So I would wear the shirt. I don't know how many people I could talk into. Like, I feel like if I said to somebody, you need to listen to this, and they listen to it, they'd be like, what? Why did I listen to that? But me, I'm going, man, did you not hear that? That was really cool. And they're like, that was noise. But anyway, I dig it. I'm for the underdog. I'll do it. Yeah, pretty cool. Faith Collapsing. Interesting. I think the song is called Heretic, which is another one of those words like Pangea. I'm actually kind of a big fan of the word heretic. I have the symbol of heretic tattooed on my left arm. Heretic is a good word, like Pangea. Faith Collapsing is a very interesting name. Brings forth images of evil things and scary things like zombie Girl Scout cookie chicks. I think that's the first time I've ever publicly admitted that I'm scared of Girl Scouts with cookies. I don't know if it's a fat guy thing or if it's just little girls that are coming after you for money in weird uniforms that look alike. Is it me? Am I the only one who's... Should I just stop now? Okay, so Faith Collapsing with a song called The Heretic here on Soundcheck, and we're going to play it like here in a second, but am I the only one with the Girl Scouts? Really?
Hey, this is Mick Michaels from Corners of Sanctuary, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
Persist, a perpetual till the rise
This is Dave from Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to The Moose.
Yeah, it's another cool one, man. Another throwback, kind of that classic metal, not Priest by any, it's just kind of that's that throwback riffs, and there's a story, and it's got changes and textures, and I appreciate that to no end. I was totally wrong. I thought you guys were going to be all blah, 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 blah. But you weren't. It was good. I like it. It was solid. So how do I feel about that? It's like if it's something that I was listening to when I was like 17 and I had listened to it for a bunch of years, I would listen back to that and go, man, that is a classic. So that's a good deal. Do I know that it's going to come across to me at this point in time as a classic? Interestingly, it's hard to say because so many different kinds of music have evolved and shaped and moved and all that kind of stuff. So, but I think that was awesome. It's hard for me to see a whole lot of success. Like I said, I think more of that should happen. We should have more of those kind of revival kind of metal things happen than we do. I got to move here. Hold on. Sorry about that. It happens. So I don't know that I see tons of, like world tours for you guys or anything, but it's got that old feel to it, and I like that. Like I said, I think we need more of it. Maybe like a group tour, but I don't know. I liked it. I would wear the shirt. And that's what I would tell people. They were like, who is this band? I'd be like, dude, they just play this like older style of, but still exciting kind of stuff. So it was like unreleased material that I've never heard before. Like so cool. I like it. Coming up next is a band called KIXX, which reminds me of what are those people called? The people that wear outfits and have sex in public. The fuzzies. Is that what it is? Furries or fuzzies? So anyway, yeah, Freakings. Interesting name. The song is called Hell on Earth. If I had to guess, just based on the name, there's going to be some sort of like electronic element going on here. That's kind of what I feel. Some weird samples and keyboard weirdness. I'm just guessing, of course. It's part of what I do for the shows. Guess how bands sound based on their name. And most of the time I'm wrong, but I try. So, yeah. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're possibly naked. I know I'm naked here in the studio because there's nobody here but me. I got my Kool-Aid. Going black cherry mix today. Yeah, it's a good mixture. My favorite mixture of Kool-Aid, of course, is lemonade and cherry. Oh, cherry lemonade. I need a taco now. Yeah, I'm feeling a little. Just think I just got a little randy. Just right here talking about Kool-Aid right now. I was like, yeah, man, might need a taco. That's my really bad British Def Leppard accent. Yeah. That's my Joe Elliott right now. Freaking songs.
The Moose rocks Texas.
So just real quick on a legal matter between me and you guys. Listen, if Billy Milano and Scott Ian ever hear that, they're going to sue your ass. I'm just kind of putting it to you like it is. But with that being said, that was awesome. God, I haven't heard that MOD, SOD style done like that well in a really long time. That was, I mean, like I just wanted to jump around, yeah, that was good. I would gladly wear that shirt, and I would be like, this band is awesome, dude. Because that kind of that style is so not touched anymore. It's like people ran away. Okay, maybe we had what MOD and SOD, and then like, what the hell are their names? Oh, Sacred Reich took it, a little bit of did the thrash sound of it, and yeah, I don't know, man, that was awesome. I'm a total fan, love it. Nuclear Assault kind of did the same thing. I'm coming up with these bands that had that kind of that choppy. I am a fan. Please send me a shirt. I loved that, and that's something that I'll go back and I'll put your whole damn whatever you sent me on my phone and just rock out in my car and let people look at me and go, man, that fat guy's gonna have a heart attack. And I'm just like, hell on earth. Yeah, totally a fan. I'm a fan. KIXX, good name. 0 keyboards, and I'm glad. I'm glad. That was just. It's another one of those bands. We played another band not with that sound, but with that aggression right off the bat. They're just, hello, hi, we're gonna kick your ass. Sit back. And that's exactly what you got. Just hello, we're gonna kill you, and you're gonna like it. And I liked it. I like it. I'm a fan. So, yeah, KIXX. Big fan. New fan right here in the Moose. Coming up next is a band that I keep hearing about over and over and over and over again. People are talking and talking and talking, and I haven't listened to them yet, so I'm very, very interested to find out what the damn big deal is. And hopefully, it's something I can be excited about. But I don't know, man. Sometimes a lot of people talk. That's not always a good sign. So, I'll give you a great example. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. There's a lot of popular stuff. Backstreet Boys that suck real bad. So, yes, I just burped. So, The Ghost of Mary with a song called The Last Guardians. I mean, please live up to the hype. I feel a keyboard coming on this one, though. I'm betting there's a keyboard. $5.
The Moose rocks New York. Rocks New York. with the Moose.
Okay, look, the secret is out. I've been doing this. What is this show? 23, something like that. Anyway, we've been doing this for years. I love that style of metal. That whole Catatonia, My Dying Bride, Anathema, Fields of the Nephilim kind of Opethy. Yes, Rapture. I'm a fan of that kind of stuff. And that was a really, really good performance, solid production. I love the multiple vocal, really, really good stuff. Like in most cases, I'm picking that right off the bat as my pick of the week. I don't know though, man, because that band earlier, what was the Freakings, that was really good. So, and I think that probably baffles the hell out of people. How could I like the Freakings, which is so straightforward, and then also like Ghost of Mary? I like both of them. I mean, I like the Ramones and I like the Dream Theater. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. God, that was really good. Well worth the hype. And I don't know that there are any people putting on animal outfits calling themselves the Ghost of Mary and having sex with each other out in public. I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, that was good. I would totally wear that shirt. I don't know where they're from or what their influences are necessarily on a local level, but that's my kind of jam right there. Totally cool. But I will say this real quickly. Enough. Okay, listen. Opening cut on Black Sabbath, self-titled, Rainstorm, okay? I honestly was a little bit offended when Slayer had the Rain with Rain and Blood. It was like, that's kind of you don't really mess with that whole rain thing. That's sacred ground there. Black Sabbath, Slayer barely got away with it, but then they backed it up with Rain and Blood. So there should pretty much be a law from now on. No more rain in the beginning like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I know you didn't know my rule or anything, but it just let's leave the rainstorms alone. That's sacred ground right there. We need to let that be where it is and how it was, because it'll bring a tear to your eye. You hit that needle hits that vinyl in the first Sabbath record. Whew, I'm starting to get a little verklempt here. Sorry about that. Coming up next is a band. I'm going to go 100% with glam, which I love it when we get glam bands, because there's some really good ones. And just this name, yeah, it just says it all. The song, or the band, the song could, I hope this isn't a cover. That'll piss me off. The band's name is Hot Shot KIXX, okay? Not with one, but with two X's. Hot Shot KIXX. Zero doubt. This is pure, unadulterated butt rock glam style. Just saying it. And hey, I love glam, so it's going to be fun. As soon as I saw the name, I was like, I can't wait to hear this one. We'll see which side of glam they land on. Are they on the Poison side of glam? Or are they on the Bang Tango, Tangier, Danger, Super Poppy? I'm just curious. It's a lot of fun. Boy, I can go through the glam thing all day long. All them. Big glam fan. Anyway, so Hot Shot KIXX on Soundcheck with the Moose. Give us a text, 424-666-7356. If you love me, send a picture of your taco. I mean, it doesn't have to be your taco. It could be a taco. I think the phrase your taco could be taken incorrectly. We don't need any of that at all. Hot Shot KIXX, tacos.
The Moose is loose.
until your rivers run dry. Pray to the devil inside. Cry until your rivers run dry. Drag the body, lift the soul, and let your spirit take control. The stage is set, the net's been raised, now let your spirit drift away. I found a reason hidden in the dark that pushed me to the edge of this void. With one last breath I push you away and leave this fire to burn in your wake. Pray to the devil inside. Try until your rivers run dry. Pray to the devil inside. Cry until your rivers run dry. If you fix the soul, you better never go. I found a reason to live, I found a reason to moan. Did you hear that sound? You think someone is watching? I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. And I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Devil inside. Cry until your rivers run dry. Pray to the devil inside. Cry until your rivers run dry. If you fix the soul, you better never go. I find a reason to live, I find a reason to move. Did you hear that sound? I think someone is watching. I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. And I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. And I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. I don't wanna go, but I don't wanna stay. I wanna go, but I don't wanna stay.
I'm just going to be honest with you. So I got about a minute into that, and I'm saddened and disheartened that was ever put on any sort of recording device. It's not really look. So I try to be very positive, and I'm really having a hard time trying to find the positive. And it had that kind of maybe cult, Faster Pussycat, Bang Tango kind of feel to it. The vocals were not good. The guitar tone, especially the lead guitar tone, was the bass tone was probably my favorite part of that song. Beyond that, and I don't even know what happened after the first minute and a half, but it doesn't matter because Hot Shot. Sorry, guys, not for Moose. Not now. I'll make sure and send that to Jenny Jenkins. She may be all about it. That girl loves her some butt rock, but. Man, you better be good, especially in 2017. If you want to come out with a name like Hot Shot KIXX, you better be badass. And that was a little rough for me. Good party band. I'm sure they are killer at the barbecue, or at the Moose Lodge or whatever. But so not so much for me. Coming up, we got Iodine Sky, another band that I've heard about so many times, and I'm sure I played them on the Moose. But those of you guys who have been following me for a while, that I didn't really listen to the music on the Moose very often because, I was too busy talking about, bacon. And look, I love to talk about bacon because it's hot and crispy and covered in grease, and it's a cooked up pig, and who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love that? I know Valerie Andre, my favorite person in the town of Sandwich, up there in Mass, is going to a vegan diet. I'm a little sad about that, but I'm going to eat bacon anyway. I'm going to. Yeah, Valerie rocks, but I'm going to try to convince her to eat bacon. Valerie, come on, you can't really be part of this without having a meat. Do you get like tacos at least? And I don't want tofu in my taco. I just don't. Hopefully you don't want tofu in your taco either. Take it easy there, cowboy. Relax. This is Soundcheck from Oklahoma City. Iodine Sky with a Broken Cross. Ooh, I wonder if this is satanic. I'm a little bit scared right now. Oh, here we go.
This is Day of Doom, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
I just can't help laugh every time I hear that. Oh, so Iodine Sky, have absolutely buckle up your seatbelts here, fellas, because this doesn't happen very often. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about that. That was an awesome song. It was an actual song. There was melody. There were pieces. There were structures. The vocal performance was outstanding. There was one little tiny piece in the middle there when you guys were doing the Never Be the Same thing where somebody was a bit flat and off, but it was very tiny. Wow. Good. Man, damn good stuff. That was really impressive. I thirst for more bands like that. Just good, hard, rockin', soulful, good stuff. Because sometimes it gets a little monotonous, listening to, the hog bangers of darkness. You're like, okay, I would love to hear, some melodies. But wow, super impressed. Very, very, very good. I would certainly wear your shirt. That's something I will be more than happy to tell people about, because that was damn good stuff. Coming up next is a band, another one of these bands that I've been so blessed and lucky to have dealt with early when I was doing Moose back in the early 2014 and stuff. Omega Diatribe. It's one of those bands that, they're known. They're not, just an unsigned band out there rocking the bars. And they still hit me up and they send me music that they want on the show. And I appreciate that, because they're bigger than this show, so that I feel kind of privileged and honored to be able to say that, the guys from Omega Diatribe hit me up and they send me music. I spoke to one of the guys from Dead Horse Trauma today. We're going to be getting some music from them as well, which is really cool, because we're talking about bands that are, above, what I do. I mainly deal with, bands that are out there struggling and having a hard time. And, with Omega Diatribe and Dead Horse Trauma and Final Drive and bands like that. Oh, and, From Ashes to New, bands that treat me like I'm, a big radio show. I appreciate that a lot, because I know I'm a small town show, I'm not on Sirius XM or, Howard Stern or anything like that, but I hope that we do you guys service, and I feel like we do, and that's why we still get music from these bigger kind of bands. I appreciate that a lot, guys. Thank you. But to you, the listener, get ready for some Omega Diatribe with a Molecular Torsion with the remasters. Just hold on, man. It's Omega Diatribe. Seriously? Do I need to say anything else? They're right here on Soundcheck.
This is Dave from Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to The Moose.
Yeah, I don't have anything other than to say thank you for giving me the privilege of playing you guys on Make a Diatribe on Soundcheck. Amazing, good stuff. Just will throttle you. Good band, great band. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you sending that in to me and letting people hear it. I dig it, man. I don't know. There's no point in me even saying what I think about it. It's awesome, and anybody that listened to it just now is probably going to like it as much as I did. So heavy. God, heavy. Anyway, so we got a couple songs left. I want you guys to really lock in. Got The Darkest Hearts coming up, and also The Devil. That's right. The Devil is the last song for the show today. So got a couple more songs up. Listen, you know of a band. You got a buddy who's got a band, and they want to get their music exposed to a big audience. Listen, we're listened to by thousands of people. Every week we do the show twice a week, and it's on over 50 radio stations, including Pure Rock Radio in Canada, IXR in Canada, Boston Rocks Radio, of course, in Boston, WSNR 102.7. We're on Metal Mayhem Radio, which is in the UK. We are also on, I can't remember, the Metal Masters Radio in Italy. I think so. That's what it's called. Red Earth Radio. God, man, it's ridiculous. We're also on iTunes. We're on Stitcher. We're on Spreaker, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, YouTube, www.themetalmoose.com. We're all the hell over the place. You have no excuse if you say you can't find the show to listen to it. You're a liar. You're not trying. All you got to do is go to the Facebook page, and you can play it off of there. So anyway, man, we love doing this. It's I say we. It's really me that does the show. I produce it and cut it and all that stuff. So I love to do this. It's my favorite thing in the world to talk about music and to listen to music and to share music. And I really try to take the focus off of myself because the show's never been about me. That's why one of the reasons why it's not called The Metal Moose anymore. I took the moose out of the logo. There were so many people who were like, you're just doing this for yourself and trying to gain attention for yourself. And I would love some attention so I could put the show on a bigger platform and do bigger things for the bands. Yes. But so with that in mind, I said, okay, you know what? We'll just take a moose off of the logo and we'll change the logo. And we're going to change the way we do the show because everybody bitched and complained. You know, they were like, I'm going to say that you don't ever talk about the bands and I don't know what song you just played. And even though you could have looked it up, you know. Anyway, so yeah, we changed everything about it. So it's not about me, quote unquote, anymore. And we're talking about the music. We're saying the names of the bands. We're having a good time. The bands are really reacting well to it. We are on record to have our highest numbers ever. The highest numbers we've ever had this month. So we've got, what is it, the 23rd? We got a few more days left, and we're hoping that we break that record. And I can say, you know what? I changed it. And the cool thing about it is I completely started over. I didn't invite all my friends to come check out Soundcheck. I just left it. I built the page up. I put it up, and then I think I invited 5, maybe 10 people. We're up to almost 300. So it's going well. So maybe doing what everybody wanted was good, but I don't know. Damn it. Soundcheck.
try to leave, I find something to remind me. I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why I'm still here. I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why can't I disappear? I felt so lonely, I felt so strong inside, I felt so weak at the knees. You cut me down the sides again. I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why am I still here? I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why can't I disappear? All the people that I know, you had to be the one. You keep me looking for the door. The day never comes. The day never comes. I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why I'm still here. I need you, I feel you, I hate you, why can't I disappear? I hate you, why can't I disappear?
All right, so this is kind of one of my most favorite kinds of songs to talk about and discuss because we've got a pretty damn good gem on our hands here with The Darkest Heart. So I'm going to kind of try to play producer. Number one, are you guys playing with a metronome? That would be my first question. The second thing I would say, the transition from the crunch guitar to the clean on the bridge there is super messy, and then when it goes from the bridge into the chorus, it's not flowing properly. So, and of course, who am I? Nobody important, but I would, during your verses, I would go, instead of having the crunch guitar, I would go to an acoustic clean tone. That way your transition into your clean will be much more smooth. Then and I would keep maybe the crunch with a a staccato muted. You can still change the tone and just staccato pick it. But I would remove any of the dirty chorded guitar because it's muddy. And the reason I ask about the metronome, I feel like your bass player and your drummer are just a hair off of being in the same place, And for me, it's super bothersome. What you've got is you've got yourself a nice little pot of gold there that needs to be cleaned up, because that song, done the right way, produced the right way, is going to be major, big time. And listen, probably most likely what's going to happen is that's going to get you some notoriety and some things you can afford, a metronome that everybody can, put a click in their ear and do that kind of stuff too. But it's good. I would wear the shirt. I think you got a good thing going there. I like the sound. Got a little bit of Alice in Chains, Daughtry kind of thing going on there. It's nice. I think you will do well. There are some things that need to be tightened up, shined up, those kind of deals. So man, yeah, pretty impressive. I like the tune. Just there's some small things. Don't have a lot of bad things to say. It's just kind of little pieces of suggestions. And I wouldn't really make the suggestions if I didn't give a crap about it. But you guys, there's some serious promise going on there. This next band, I feel really bad for them, because pretty much for, the past 2,000 years or so, they've been getting blamed for everybody. Everybody likes to blame it on these guys. And I just don't understand it. They're, the Rolling Stones have sympathy for them. Yeah, that was really bad. It's Devil on Soundcheck.
Hey, this is Mick Michaels from Corners of Sanctuary, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
Around the is up, but no life here. Feel a sting in the flesh when the boomstick calls. Hide again from the iron birds. Right now, here in the trenches. Dying here in the trenches. Dead now, here in the trenches. Here in the trenches.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Dying in the trenches. Man, this show's been pretty cool. We've had some really throwback kind of classic metal sounding tunes, Devil fitting right into that theme on this show today. Yeah, like you're going to not get me to wear a shirt that says Devil on it. I'm in. So listen, thank you everybody for listening. I appreciate what we were talking about. We are on pace right now to set the record all-time listenership for the show. This month has been the biggest month ever. We're on track to crush our last record. So please share the show. Please tell your friends about the show. If you're one of the bands on the show, tell your fans to listen in. We're trying to do new stuff and fun things like Battle of the Fans, and we're doing some compilation shows. I got a thing going on right now between a bunch of promo companies to see who can get the most bands on their roster sent in. I just hooked up with a really big promotions company that's got KIXX and Quiet Riot and Jelly Jam and all of these kind of people. So we're going to be having stuff like that on the show as well. We're trying to really do some fun, cool stuff because there are a lot of things that we don't do, like interviews. We don't really do those. And, you know, we don't bring you the rock news, you know, the weekly rock nugget. You know, we don't really do that, but, you know, who the hell knows? We're trying to keep it fresh and entertaining and fun for you. And we are having so much fun with what we're doing that we're just going to keep doing it until nobody listens anymore, which we hope that never happens. But I say it every show. I'm going to say it again. You wake up, you kick ass, you be kind, you repeat. That's how you do it. Put your arm around somebody, give somebody a hug, smile at somebody. You can totally change somebody's life. You can change the way the world happens with a smile. That's pretty cool, man. Thanks once again, like I said, for being here. And you can listen to us all over the place. We'd love to hear from you. Text in 424-666-7356. Thanks for listening, and we hope you get involved. And don't worry, we're going to be back again soon with another show every Tuesday, every Thursday. We do it right here from the Moose Pit Studios in Oklahoma City. If you need to send something to us, it's Moose Radio, P.O. Box 5104, Edmond, Oklahoma 73083. If you want to send a CD or a shirt or stickers or whatever you want to send so we can promote you guys. Or if you want to send pictures of tacos too. You know what I'm saying? Just... why am I still talking about this? I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, man, it's been Soundcheck. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real damn fun. We'll see you next time on the big show. We'll see you.
All rights to the music heard on Metal Moose are reserved by the authors, their labels, or authorized representatives that permitted their material to be used. The Metal Moose holds no rights to any music played on the show. Go to themetalmoose.com to submit your music to be heard on the show. Metal Moose accepts donations of money, Cheetos, bacon, and naked pictures. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe on iTunes. Rock out while you rack out, and consider yourself moosed.